What if everything you've been told is a lie? What if the truth isn't just hidden, but buried so deep, it's been rewritten as fiction? Some stories are so outlandish, so mind-bending, that they seem impossible to believe. And yet, millions do. Tonight, we journey into the shadows, where whispers of hidden agendas, forbidden science, and unexplainable mysteries thrive. These are the conspiracy theories that sound crazy, but people believe. And after hearing them, you might just start to believe too. In the quiet hours of the night, when the world sleeps and the veil between reality and possibility grows thin, questions emerge. Questions that challenge everything we think we know about our world, our history, and our very existence. Tonight, we open that door. We step into territories that mainstream science dismisses, that governments deny, and that most people fear to explore. But fear, my friends, is often the guardian of truth. Have you ever remembered something, and then been told you remembered it wrong? Not just a word, not just a color, but entire events that don't exist anymore? It's called the Mandela effect, named after the widespread false memory that Nelson Mandela died in prison during the 1980s. Except, he didn't. He lived until 2013. And yet thousands, no millions of people remember watching his funeral decades earlier. They remember the news reports, the global mourning, the end of an era. But according to our current timeline, none of that happened. Was it mass confusion? Or was it something else? When thousands of people share the same false memory, we have to ask ourselves, what if the memory isn't false at all? Some believe the Mandela effect is the result of colliding timelines, alternate realities bleeding into ours. Others say it's a glitch in the matrix, proof that our world isn't real, but a simulation with bugs. In quantum physics, we learn about parallel universes, infinite possibilities existing simultaneously. What if consciousness occasionally slips between these realities, carrying memories from one timeline to another? Think you're immune? Let's test that. Which spelling do you remember, Berenstain Bears or Berenstain Bears? Was the Monopoly Man wearing a monocle? Did Pikachu have a black tip on his tail? These aren't trivial questions, they're windows into the nature of reality itself. If your memories disagree with reality, maybe it's not you who's wrong. Maybe the world has changed and no one told you. Maybe we're living in a reality that's constantly shifting and only some of us notice. Consider this. What if human consciousness is more connected than we realize? What if our shared memories create a kind of psychic imprint that transcends individual experience? Millions remember the beloved children's books as the Berenstain Bears. They remember the distinctive spelling, the way it looked on book spines, the pronunciation their parents used. But every book, every official record says Berenstain. The Monopoly Man, rich Uncle Pennybags, is remembered by countless people as wearing a monocle. It seems so obvious, so clear in memory, yet he never wore one. Not in any official version of the game. Pokemon fans worldwide remember Pikachu having a black tip on his tail. It's such a vivid memory that many are shocked to learn his tail was always completely yellow. How can so many people be wrong about something so specific? Denver International Airport isn't just the largest airport in the United States by land area. It might also be the most sinister. Beneath its terminals are miles of underground tunnels. Officially, they're for baggage. Unofficially, they're rumored to be bunkers, built for the global elite to survive the end of the world. But that's just the beginning. The airport's construction was plagued with delays, cost overruns, and mysterious design changes. What was supposed to be a straightforward project became something far more complex and secretive. Inside the airport are murals, disturbing ones. A gas-masked soldier holding a gun and sword, children in coffins, and a burning cityscape. Art or prophecy? Then there's the horse. A 32-foot-tall blue Mustang statue with glowing red eyes. Nicknamed Blucifer, it literally killed its creator when part of it fell on him during construction. The symbolism throughout the airport is unmistakable to those who know how to look. Masonic symbols, New World Order imagery, references to secret societies that most travelers walk past without a second glance. Theories swirl. That the airport is the headquarters of the Illuminati, that it hides alien technology, that it will become the new capital of a post-apocalyptic world. Sound crazy? Then why did it cost billions more than originally planned? Why do some employees admit they've seen things they can't explain? Workers have reported strange sounds from the tunnels areas they're forbidden to enter, and security measures that seem excessive for a simple airport. Some have spoken of underground facilities that extend far deeper than any baggage system would require. Even the airport's dedication stone raises questions. It bears the symbol of the Freemasons and mentions a New World Airport Commission that officially doesn't exist. Who were these commissioners, and what was their true purpose? This one isn't just a theory, it happened. In the 1950s, the CIA launched Project MKUltra, a secret program to develop methods of mind control. The public didn't know, Congress didn't know. The experiments were illegal and terrifying. They dosed unwitting citizens with LSD, they electroshocked patients until they forgot their identities. They tried to create sleeper agents, humans who could be programmed. Patients in mental hospitals became unwitting test subjects. College students were given drugs without their knowledge. Entire families were destroyed as researchers pushed the boundaries of human experimentation. When the truth came out in the 1970s, it shocked the world. But here's the twist. Many believe MKUltra never stopped, it just went deeper underground. Is that why mass shooters claim they don't remember their crimes? Are pop stars and politicians the product of trauma-based conditioning? Look closer at the symbols, the butterflies, the mirrors, the one-eye hand gestures. Some say these aren't coincidences, they're signs. The butterfly symbolism relates to what researchers call monarch programming, a supposed method of trauma-based mind control that creates multiple personalities within a single individual, each programmed for specific tasks. Watch award shows, music videos, magazine covers, count how many times you see the covered eye, the butterfly imagery, the checkerboard patterns. Coincidence or a hidden language being spoken in plain sight? July 20th, 1969, Neil Armstrong became the first man to walk on the moon, or did he? For decades, skeptics have insisted the moon landing was an elaborate hoax, filmed in a studio, directed by none other than Stanley Kubrick. They point to the flag waving in a vacuum, the strange lighting, the missing stars, the identical backgrounds in supposedly different locations. How did the astronauts survive the Van Allen radiation belts? Why did the shadows fall in different directions? How did they broadcast live television from 240,000 miles away with 1960s technology? NASA denies it, but here's what fuels the fire. Kubrick's 1980 film The Shining. Some believe it's a confession. The child wears an Apollo 11 sweater. The hotel room number changed to 237, the average distance to the moon in thousands of miles. And then there's the cryptic monologue about selling your soul for the good of the nation. A stretch? Maybe, but the more you watch, the more it feels like a secret message. Kubrick was known for his obsessive attention to detail. Every element in his films was deliberate. Consider the political climate of 1969. The space race was about more than exploration. It was about proving American superiority. The pressure to succeed was immense. Would the government fake it rather than lose to the Soviets? You've been told since childhood the Earth is round, a sphere spinning through space, but what if that's a lie? Flat Earth believers claim the truth is being hidden, intentionally. Their movement has grown exponentially in recent years, attracting people from all walks of life who question the fundamental nature of our world. They argue, if Earth is round, why can't we see the curve on the horizon? Why do airplane pilots never account for curvature when flying long distances? Why do NASA's space photos look fake? They say the Earth is flat with the Arctic Circle at the center. Antarctica? Not a continent, but a massive ice wall holding the oceans in. Gravity, fabricated satellites, CGI, the entire model of physics we've been taught is, according to flat earthers, an elaborate deception designed to hide the true nature of our world. The ultimate deception, they believe, is control. If you think Earth is a spinning rock in a vast, meaningless void, you feel small, powerless. But if Earth is flat and you're at the center of it all, that changes everything. Suddenly, humanity isn't insignificant. We're the focal point of creation itself. NASA denies it, scientists laugh it off, but ask yourself, why so much effort to silence a theory if it's so ridiculous? Shape-shifting reptilian aliens. It sounds like science fiction, until you start watching closely. Former BBC presenter David Icke made the theory famous, that powerful world leaders, royalty, presidents, billionaires, aren't human at all. They're reptilian hybrids hiding behind human form. According to believers, these creatures come from the Draco constellation. They feed off fear, manipulate global events, and rule through bloodlines. Watch the footage, they say. Look at the eyes of politicians glitching on live TV, the strange, cold expressions, the moments where skin seems to shimmer, change. Coincidence? Or a crack in the disguise? YouTube is filled with compilation videos showing politicians and celebrities with strange eye movements, skin discoloration, and other anomalies that believers interpret as shape-shifting. This theory ties into ancient mythologies: serpent gods, dragons, nagas, different names, same archetype. From the Garden of Eden to Quetzalcoatl, serpent beings have been part of human mythology across cultures. Reptilians, according to believers, thrive on chaos, wars, crises, pandemics. Every disaster is a harvest of fear, and we are the cattle. The theory suggests that these beings maintain control through specific bloodlines, interbreeding with humans to create hybrid offspring who can more easily maintain human form while retaining reptilian consciousness and abilities. In the remote wilderness of Alaska sits a strange facility. Antennas rise like metallic trees. It's called HAARP, the High-Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. Officially, it studies the ionosphere. Unofficially, it may be the most powerful weather manipulation device ever built. Some say HAARP can cause earthquakes, hurricanes, even mind control. Its technology, they claim, can send focused energy beams into the sky, manipulating the Earth's atmosphere, disrupting electromagnetic fields. Think that sounds insane? Then explain this. Why did strange auroras appear before the 2010 Haiti earthquake? Why do freak storms sometimes form without warning, right near HAARP activity spikes? And why did high-level politicians demand it be shut down in secret hearings? If HAARP is just studying the atmosphere, why the secrecy? Why the concern from lawmakers? Is weather being used as a weapon? If so, who's wielding it? The implications are staggering. The ability to create droughts, floods, earthquakes, and storms on command. What if life isn't real? No, seriously. What if everything you see, everything you are, is part of a massive simulation? Welcome to simulation theory. Elon Musk believes it, philosophers argue it's statistically likely, and quantum physicists are beginning to notice strange glitches in the fabric of reality. The speed of light, the laws of physics, why are they so perfectly coded, almost as if they were programmed? Ever experienced déjà vu, lost time, a repeating pattern that felt too precise to be natural? Simulation believers say those are hiccups, errors in the software. If this is true, who built the simulation and why? To test us, to farm us, or are we just an advanced form of entertainment? And if the simulation ends, what happens to us? Do we wake up in another reality? Do we simply cease to exist? Or do we move to the next level of the game? In 1943, something impossible happened in a U.S. naval shipyard, or so the story goes. The USS Eldridge was part of a top-secret military experiment. Its goal? To make the ship invisible to radar. But according to witnesses, something else happened. The ship didn't just vanish from radar, it vanished entirely. Then, minutes later, it reappeared, hundreds of miles away. Men were fused into the metal, some vanished, others went mad, screaming about beings in other dimensions, places no human should see. The government denies the story, but declassified files suggest that radar invisibility was being researched. And some sailors, years later, broke silence, with terrifying stories and burns they couldn't explain. Teleportation, time travel, interdimensional rifts. If the experiment happened once, what's stopping them from trying again? What other impossible technologies might be hidden in black-budget programs? So are these theories the ramblings of madmen, or the breadcrumbs of a hidden truth? Maybe some are hoaxes, maybe some are misunderstood, but some are too detailed, too consistent, too compelling to ignore. And here's the most important question: why do people believe? Because deep down we sense there's more to this world, that behind the curtain of what we're told, there's a secret stage and we're only seeing a sliver. A part of us is hungry for answers, and sometimes belief isn't about proof, it's about the possibility that everything we know is wrong. So tell me, which theory shook you the most, and what if, just what if, one of them was true? The truth is out there, you just have to look in the shadows. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more mysteries, conspiracies,